Hello everyone out there in YouTube land, Hippykillerz here again for yet another video. Before I get started on the video, I would just like to give a big thank you to Mr. Wrestling Incorporated. He gave me a shout out in one of his latest vids and I got a pretty large amount of subscribers from him. I think it was about 6 in total, 5, something like that. Well, it was an increase of 50%, so thank you Mr. Wrestling Incorporated. I am not worthy. Lol. So let's get on to this video. Oh, and another note. I've got another hot off the presses review coming up soon, and another Who Made the Attitude Era video. So just stay tuned to this space. But this video is going to be about who will be wrestling in 5 years' time. I'm going to look at Raw, SmackDown, ECW, TNA, and RH if I have time, and name 3 guys who I think could have the potential to be the big players on that brand in 5 years' time. I'm not going to move anyone around. It's just on the current roster who will be wrestling. So I've got Raw up here. Let's have a look. I'm not going to include any former world champions apart from ECW, so Chris Masters. No. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is a difficult one. I like Cody Rhodes. I like him as a wrestler. I reckon he's a decent promo cutter at best, but he's stuck at mid-card. There's something missing about him. I don't think it's his other elbow pad. So I won't say Cody. Jack Swagger's obviously a great choice to be main event material. I think they're building him up to main event. I reckon he should have stayed on ECW a bit longer, but they're building up nicely. He's on Team Raw. I think he'll get a decent push, like be US champ around WrestleMania time or something like that. So Jack Swagger's number 1 for Raw. Ted DiBiase's the second pick, because they really like him. They've put him in a movie, so they're going to turn him babyface soon. Feud Randy Orton for the title or something, I guess. Maybe win the title at Mania. Who knows? So, and I like him. He's a good wrestler and very skilled on the mic. I think he just needs a little more work on the mic. Perhaps bringing his dad to teach him or whatever. I don't know. Who should the other one be? I'll say Cody Rhodes because I don't see Kofi Kingston being main event. Cody Rhodes might get main event, I don't know. I'm not particularly sure. So I'm looking at SmackDown now. So Raw was Jack Swagger, Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes. SmackDown. Drew McIntyre. Now I read on the website that Triple H and Shawn Michaels are behind his big push because apparently he could be the next Triple H. I can see that. He's currently in Hunter Hearst Helmsley DX. 97 DX, not 98 DX. So, with some feud, perhaps put him in a feud with The Undertaker, that will help him out immensely. Yeah, I could definitely see Drew McIntyre being a big thing. John Morrison. I could see John Morrison. The only problem I think John Morrison has is that he's stuck in main event mid-card. He needs to choose at the moment if he's going to be in the main event or the mid-card. Personally, I think it would be the mid-card because then it will help him out when he comes to main event time. And last one, I'll say... Oh, Tyson Kidd, yeah. I would say Drew McIntyre, I've already said. Dolph Ziggler, I would say Dolph Ziggler, but his name is just too ridiculous to be considered as a serious threat, in my opinion. Mid-card at best. Tyson Kidd, on the other hand, I reckon he's a skilled wrestler. He has Natalya behind him, which could do him wonders. He's in a tag team. Of course, we all know Usually the rocker syndrome, one of them will go up the ladder, one will go and be Mark Jannetty somewhere. I see Tyson Kidd perhaps being the Shawn Michaels of the two. Really skilled wrestler. I'm not too sure on his mic skills, but that's when Natty can help him out, I guess. So, SmackDown, Drew McIntyre, John Morrison, and Tyson Kidd. ECW, who we got? Sheamus. Sheamus is an easy one. He's got the WWE look. He's an okay wrestler. He's a decent promo cutter. Of course, they will work on that. But in 5 years' time, he could be one of the best. Seriously, I seriously mean that. Him and Jack Swagger could be feuding. I wouldn't mind that at all. So Sheamus number 1. Yoshitatsu, I will say no. I can tolerate Yoshi, but he won't be around for 5 years. He's in his 30s. I think he's in his late 30s. He's very old. He's like a boogeyman. Zack Ryder, I'll say, because not for the main event, but mid cards, US IC champ. God, imagine being stuck in a mid card for 5 years. Then again, look at Val Venus. Yeah, Zack Ryder, he's got promo skills, he's got a good gimmick, wrestling ability, not there, but he'll get there in time. And Paul Burchill, I'll say for the other one. I really like Paul Burchill, not because he's a fellow Englishman like myself, but I like his sister, yum yum. Paul Burchill, skilled wrestler. I think he's really good on the mic. I think he's like when people say, oh, they should be pushing Shelton Benjamin, they should be pushing the Hurricane, they should be pushing Rowdy Rah. They don't put Paul Burchill in that category, and I think it's really a shame. Really a shame. So from ECW, Paul Burchill, Sheamus, and Zack Ryder. Just hop over to TNA. Who do I see being the top TNA in probably this one? I would love to say Alex Shelley because he is my favourite wrestler currently, but I can't see him succeeding in TNA. I can't see him getting past mid-card, if anything. The X Division is all he's going to be, unfortunately. D'Angelo De Niro. He will be in the top for 5 years' time, I think. Because very charismatic, very skilled in the ring. He could be World Championship material. I'm not too sure about that. I would put him as a World Champ eventually somewhere down the line. So D'Angelo De Niro, first pick. Who else? Sorry about this, I should have prepared myself a bit more. James Storm. James Storm, I reckon he has a good gimmick, the people will get behind him. He's a decent wrestler. And I'm not particularly a fan of Robert Roode, so I say James Storm. And who should be the last one? Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal. If they get him out of Black Machine, he will be in the top in 5 years' time. I will say that right here, right now. So, TNA, I'll say D'Angelo De Niro, James Storm, and Jay Lethal. So there you have it, ladies and gents. That's who I think will be in the top of wrestling. Males wrestling, not females. Didn't think about females, should have really. Never mind. That's who I would talk. That's who I think will be in the top of wrestling in 5 years' time in WWE and TNA. So, stay tuned for Hot Off the Presses, Volume 4. It'll be Volume 4, Four Horsemen. It'll be Volume 4 of Hot Off the Presses, as well as a Who Made the Attitude Era Volume 3. So, stay tuned. This is Hippykillerz, signing out, and drinking tea.